What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to my vlog. It's 3 days before Christmas, so maybe I should talk about something that's a little bit related to Christmas. It's just kind of relevant right now, maybe just a teensy little bit. Anyway, so question: have you ever used a label maker before? If you have, and it's been outside of a retail job, chances are you've done it sometime around this time of year. A lot of people for Christmas, at the very least will have their own special labels with the, Christmassy border and the to from kind of stuff. But some people even have these label making devices that you put the paper into and, basically in some way you enter in the names for each line, and it'll actually print out the label for you to then put on your package or gift or whatever that you are then going to send to another person. And it's just, I don't know. I find it interesting how much we use labels for gifts this time of year. Like, other times of the year, there are some gifts that are given, but labels are not used anywhere near as much on them. I think it might have something to do with the quantity of gifts that we give and receive and pass around, and just the fact that there are so many different people that we're usually giving gifts to within the same few days, basically. But something I've kind of noticed, culturally speaking, is that we tend to try and compensate for our lack of labels on gifts by trying to put labels on other people for most of the year. Like, is this just me? Am I the only one noticing this kind of trend? It seems like, I don't know, especially on social media, internet kind of outlets, but even in the news and politics and things like that, we seem to be creating these labels that seem to be like, since you are this, you are not that. It's a lot of these like false dichotomy kind of things, or it's just like stuff that's designed for separation rather than bringing together. One of the greatest things that I like about the Christmas season is just the fact that more so than any other time of the year, we seem to be all about unity and joy and happiness and helping other people out and giving gifts, whether it's wrapped up in a box or whether it's something more of an experience, or it's just all sorts of different things that we do that are a gift of some sort. And somehow the rest of the year we seem to forget this. Like I said, it's almost like we're wanting to be label makers throughout the entire year, but because we don't have the outlet of Christmas, we tend to put it somewhere else. We'll label each other either, Democrat or Republican, or, millennial, baby boomer, other generational label kind of thing. All these different labels that we come up with for each other that tend to be so negatively focused. And if you notice, a lot of the times whenever we're labeling Christmas gifts, we're not necessarily saying anything about the gift itself. We're just saying who the gift is to and who it's from. And what we fail to realize the whole rest of the year is that when it comes to labeling people, there are actually some greater similarities to the whole gift-giving labeling idea around Christmas. There are a lot more similarities than a lot of us would really consider. And that's kind of one of the things I've been pondering recently as I think on the Christmas season, and just kind of how we could take something from Christmas and spread it out through the rest of the year. Because whether or not you realize it, people are a gift. Anybody that you encounter, even if they seem to be somebody that's trying your patience or is being really annoying or just like there seems to be all these bad things about them, in some way or another, they're usually kind of helping you with something. Like if they're making you angry, yeah, that the fact that they're making you angry isn't great, but at the same time, it usually helps you see something about yourself. Maybe helps you realize what kind of pushes your buttons, or it gives you these experiences that help you realize how you can help yourself get less frustrated in the future. Or even if it's so much as a just realizing the type of person that you are and where you'll stand your ground, what you believe in, and things like that. The point is, people are a gift. Actually, I should pluralize that. People are gifts. Every single person we encounter, every single day that we have in our lives is a gift of some sort. And rather than trying to label these people in such negative ways, we need to think about really a different way of labeling them. Because, like I said, for Christmas gifts, we're not focused on labeling what it is most of the time, unless you're working in retail. We're focused on labeling who the gift is to and who it's from. And the gifts of people that we encounter, I've kind of already explained how it's a gift to us. But when you realize who it's from, I think that should have a big impact on how you see that person. Because every person out there is not just a gift from random molecules throughout space that accumulated or whatever. Each person is a gift from God. During the Christmas season, a lot of the church creasters, as they're called, that'll only come Christmas and Easter, there are just so many people that will claim to be Christians and will be so focused on the love and joy and peace and all that kind of good stuff around the Christmas season, because that's kind of what we've kind of said this holiday season is all about, those sorts of things. But it's all supposed to be because of God, and if that's because of God, then it shouldn't just apply during Christmas. It should apply during the whole rest of the year, because the gift that God gave us of his son Jesus coming to earth and living perfectly and dying on the cross and rising from the grave to save us from sin, that isn't just a Christmas season thing. That's throughout all of time, for the rest of eternity. That's a gift. So why do we only seem to treat that like a gift around the Christmas season? Why do we only seem to concern ourselves with peace, and so many of us only seem to go out of our way without it feeling like it's going out of our way during the Christmas season? Long story short, when it comes to labeling people, we, as flawed human beings ourselves, are terrible label makers. We're great at labeling presents, physical objects, but for some reason, these gifts of other people that surround us, we are terrible at labeling. So really, I think we should just leave the label duties to God on that one. It's going to have, on that little label, to, and that'll be us, from God. And if you really stop to think about the significance of that and what that means, that should have so much more of an impact on our lives, not just during the Christmas season, when we seem to really remember this very easily, but the entire rest of the year. I think that about sums up my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments if any of that kind of went over your head or was confusing or anything like that. I tried having, a Christmas analogy for a thought that, yeah, it's kind of related, but it also spreads out well beyond Christmas. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. As always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Basically, all that information on ways to interact and keep up with my videos is going to be down in the description. So read all that if you're interested. By the way, just wanted to let you all know, since it is getting so close to Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff, and given the fact that Christmas and New Year's fall on Mondays this year, I don't think I'm going to be able to do my typical Monday videos on Monday. I feel like it'd be a better idea if I just don't bother with trying to put those up, especially the one for Christmas Day. I'm not gonna, no. That's a family day. I don't want to take away from that with like trying to upload a video. This couple of weeks, my typical Monday videos are going to get postponed until Tuesday. I will still have them up, but it's going to be on Tuesday just to make it a little bit easier and more manageable for me personally. So for a couple of weeks, I'll be uploading Tuesday and Friday, not Monday and Friday. I'll put reminders up on Facebook especially, and some other areas. But anyway, just wanted to let y'all know that before I completely check out and say I'm done here. So I guess that about does it. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you have a good Christmas, New Year's, all holiday season, that kind of stuff. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Stay cool, people.